Okay, Rob Mattacchione is the CEO and board chairman of a company called Novo Integrated. We've had such a great time talking to him over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to start following this company. And it's really about healthcare, and it's really about getting back on track, as one of his brand actually I think says, into decentralized healthcare. And joining us here on election day. So I got to ask you, Rob, aside from the business stuff, how do you remain centrist as a CEO? Because you got people tugging on you from both sides, yet you can't show any political cards as a CEO of a public company.
Or else.
Yeah, Sully, you're 100% right. I begin, with a little bit of the joking element. I have the perfect haircut for it.
Good one, yeah.
With that, I'm able to speak to both sides. I think the reality is I'm lucky as a CEO in that the sector that I service is healthcare.
Yeah.
And it's relevant to both sides of the political spectrum.
Right. Well, it really is, and it is obviously a key talking point, and it's a platform for both sides.
And if he makes a stance, they'll be held to pay.
Yeah, did you say to pay?
I did.
You said to pay. Rob, talk about Novo Integrated, because there is a need for decentralized healthcare, and talk about why, sir.
Absolutely. The funny thing that we're living with right now, and you guys especially on this important day, I don't think there's ever been an election that's been more polarized around healthcare.
Sure.
With COVID and what it's caused.
Yeah.
And we see that here as the manifestation of the problem that is a centralized platform.
Sure.
If we had a decentralized model, I think we could have reacted better. And I'm not just talking in the U.S. and Canada. It's a worldwide concern. And that's because the model of healthcare that's generally implemented worldwide is a centralized model.
Yeah, and the idea, talk about the positives behind decentralized healthcare, because that's where the rubber hits the road. It's better for all of us, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that we have to go back a little bit in time and appreciate that healthcare should come to your home. But moreover, I think we have to embrace, as I said before, the technology that affords us that right and that privilege. We've done so many things to make technology a part of our life. The decentralized healthcare model absolutely is the best way for us to, as a society, grow and grow in a very healthy environment.
And look at the idea of decentralized healthcare, where healthcare in your homes can be demonstrated, I think, best by telehealth, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Telehealth is the most obvious of ways that the decentralized approach manifests itself. But there's a myriad of other ways it does too, and those technologies have to be embraced. Remote patient monitoring, AI as a fundamental tool to expediting diagnosis without compromising healthcare. All these things that we're working on at Novo to bring to the general populace, and moreover to give government and regulators that govern our healthcare world an opportunity to do the right things.
Hey, Rob, talk about medical technology in your sector a little bit.
Well, for us, it's a broad topic. We deal from hardware to software. Our emphasis right now is really on software and the management of data. I like to, give us the example of the railroad system way back when you needed to build the tracks before you could actually deal with the locomotive. And we're putting those tracks in place right now. And that technology that affords us the opportunity to move data back and forth through practitioner and patient is absolutely key to having a successful outcome.
His name is Rob Mattacchione. He is the CEO and board chairman of a company called Novo Integrated. There's also product solutions, though, right? I mean, you talk about therapeutics, you talk about preventive medicine. Let's talk about that and what it means to be non-reactive.
Yeah, Sully, you wouldn't be able to have a progressive healthcare model if not for the advent of product and nanotechnology around product. We emphasize strongly that two-tiered approach of technology in how we communicate the healthcare, but moreover technology in how we develop products that allow us that preventative model to really accelerate, so that we're not dealing with an unhealthy society, but one that's centered in health. You guys are in a fantastic state, a very progressive one as it relates to products, cannabis and CBD and all these different novel ideas. We have a strong emphasis on those types of medicinal agricultural based products.
Well, so the other thing too, Rob, is that look at, and you hate to say how COVID could have been a good thing, but there are businesses. There's a reason there's a K-shaped recovery. There's some businesses that are thriving. Yours being one of them.
Go into a
Zoom and technology.
Going to a doctor online, not such a big deal, not a scary thing anymore.
And the pandemic has highlighted some of those things inside of your business model, right, Rob?
Yeah, for us, it's been a corporate blessing, if you want to call it that. It's a terrible thing to have to live through as a society, but it's also a dose of reality, and it shows the masses that companies like ours that were maybe challenged in the past to get their message across are now the way of the future, the way of today. The future has become now.
Yeah, and of course, Novo Integrated is publicly traded under the stock symbol NVOS. It's NVOS, and those are the verticals: physio care, elder care, and of course telecare. And I think you're going to see much of that. Rob, can't wait for you to come into California. Stay safe tonight during election night. Usually stay safe during Halloween or New Year's.
No,
now it's stay
election.
safe
This
during
is
election
haunting.
night, and that's why it's a.
Is he still there? Because I got a bump here. Could you take a look at this little telehealth?
He cannot take a look at it.
Does that look?
No. But I will tell you who's coming up in just a second is more of our good buddy Tom Del Beccaro with the Divided. We're going to keep him just for a few more minutes because he has to leave here in just a few minutes. We're going to keep him just for part of a segment because
he'll be all over tonight.
Yes. Well, and I would like to think, at least for a second, that he's, his potions and alchemist charts can tell us what's going to happen.
Trump's going to win.
I don't want to see any confirmation bias.
Okay.
I just want to see the real story. No, that doesn't help.
Trump's going to win.
Yeah,
Here, I shook it off. I shook it off before I made the statement.
All right. Big Biz Show. Stand by. We got Tom Del Beccaro coming up.